Hello guys, welcome to my channel. Today I will be talking about the upcoming fight between Sukuna and the duo of Yuji Itadori and Hiromi Higuruma. To everyone who is not caught up with the manga, this is your spoiler warning. In the final panel of chapter 238, we see that both Yuji and Higuruma have arrived on the battlefield and that they are ready for a fight. In this panel we can also see Hakari and Urame, but I believe they will fight against each other in a 1 versus 1, which Hakari will win because, let's be honest, my man pulled up to this fight in Jordans, like there's no doubt in my mind he will win. The first thing to note is that we are back to the good old jumpings we are used to in this manga. Both Gojo and Kashimo wanted to fight against Sukuna 1 versus 1, but now both of them are dead, so we can get back to the regular way of fights in Jujutsu Kaisen. I am personally really excited for this fight, since we will probably see Hiruma's domain again, which will be a big help in the seemingly impossible quest to take down Sukuna. We know deadly sentencing, Hiruma's domain, can make the defendant lose their curse technique for a while if they are declared guilty by the judgment or by their own confessions, like Yuji did in chapter 165. The judgment is the black and white Shikigami that appears when Higuruma summons his domain. When Yuji said he was guilty and confessed, he declared himself guilty for the massacre in Shibuya. This is also important for the current story because it means Sukuna can be found guilty for this crime since Yuji confessed and he was declared guilty. This means that if the case in the domain is Sukuna murdered all the people in Shibuya, Sukuna will be found not guilty because Yuji already said he did it. This is just how the Japanese law system works, and there's nothing that will change, I think, in this manga. I believe the reason Yuji and Higuruma are fighting as a duo is because they hope Sukuna gets declared guilty for a certain crime, like most recently him killing Kashima and Gojo. He then loses his curses technique, and now it's Yuji's time to shine and show why he is the protagonist of this story in a 1 versus 1 against Sukuna. In this scenario, Yuji has his cursed energy and his still mysterious technique, while Sukuna only has his cursed energy, so I would personally place a bet on Yuji to win in this boxing match. Yuji has gotten really good with his uses of his cursed energy, as you see by the amount of black flashes he manages to pull off, and he has his cursed technique we know almost nothing about, except for a few hints, like these panels, where it seems like Yuji has switched bodies with Kusakabe, and the way his arms look almost transformed like Sukuna's arms when he joins the fight in this panel in chapter 238. These are all different things that give Yuji an edge in his fight, if you ask me, and also a shot at winning the fight against Sukuna and managing to kill him. That's why I think this probably won't happen. I think that even though they will manage to get Sukuna trapped inside of Higuruma's domain, Sukuna will be able to use Simple Domain to block the sure hit effect of the judgeman stealing his curse technique when he is declared guilty, if he even is declared guilty. This will break the domain and it will make sure that Higuruma has to replenish his cursed energy. Sukuna hasn't shown that he could use Simple Domain, but he saw Gojo use it against his domain, and we all know Sukuna, he will probably just learn it in that instant after seeing Gojo use it. I still believe that Yuji and Sukuna will have their 1v1 moment, and I think it will be a showcase for Yuji's new curse technique, which was probably something to do with, like I said, the way his arms look in this panel and the soul set theory that has become so popular online. Thanks to these panels, even though it looks like a body switch technique, and some even speculated that Gojo switched his soul into the body of Yuji, but I don't think that is very likely since I think Gojo is dead or at least being healed by Yuta at the moment. Yuji's chances of winning is quite low in this fight against Sukuna, if you ask me, but I have high hopes of him damaging Sukuna with a few punches of his favorite technique, left right, good night, before Sukuna shows once again why he's the strongest being the Jujutsu Kaisen world has ever seen. This fight will probably end with an interruption by one of the other sorcerers. Looking at you, Yuta and Maki, since I don't see Yuji winning or dying, and Higuruma will not be that useful after his domain expansion is destroyed, since he probably needs to replenish his cursed energy. So I hope he will safely retreat because I like his character alive. Of course, these are only my predictions, so let me know what you think will happen down in the comments, and if you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe, and I will hopefully see you in the next video.